Title: Wife said she lent my camera to her ex for an event, but the GPS exposed him at a pawn shop. After 7 years of marriage, you start thinking you can read your spouse like a beloved book. Every sigh, pause, or half smile that hides something unsaid. I thought I knew my wife, Mia, that well. She was a spontaneous one, always chasing a new hobby. Lately it had been photography, and I had supported her completely. I even let her borrow my old DSLR, a gift from my late father, more valuable for its memories than its price. A month ago, she asked if she could take it for a few days. Ethan, she said casually, my ex Jordan needs a camera for his event this weekend. His broke last minute. So I thought I'd help him out. You don't mind, do you? I remember freezing mid-sip of my coffee. Her ex? She said it like it was nothing. I stared at her, waiting for a punchline that never came. You lent my camera to your ex-boyfriend, I asked slowly. Mia rolled her eyes. He's organizing a charity event, Ethan. Don't be so dramatic. It's just for 2 days. I wanted to believe her. I really did. She'd never given me reason to doubt her before, but there was something in the ease of her tone, the way she brushed it off and nodded toward me. It wasn't jealousy. I just knew. That quiet, sharp instinct telling me something was off. Still, I nodded. Fine. 2 days. Those 2 days stretched into 5, then 7. Every time I asked, she had another excuse. He's still using it for editing. He's busy. I'll get it back soon. Eventually, I stopped asking. Not because I didn't care, but because I wanted the truth, not another story. Years ago, my father had slipped a tiny GPS tracker into the camera for his nature shoots. Old, but it still worked. I'd forgotten it until now. That night, while Mia slept, I opened the tracker app on my laptop. My stomach sank at the blinking red. Not a studio or event hall, but a small pawn shop across town. I barely breathed. Pawn shop, 11:47 p.m. My father's camera, sitting behind a glass case, somewhere between stolen jewelry and secondhand electronics. And then it hit me like a punch to the gut. It wasn't just a camera she had loaned out. It was my trust. The next morning, I said nothing. I made breakfast, asked about her day, watched her scroll through her phone, that absent-minded smile plastered on her face, as if everything was fine. Inside, I rehearsed all the lies she could tell me, all the excuses she might offer. By noon, I drove to the pawn shop. Small, cramped, smelling of dust and cigarette smoke. The man behind the counter glanced up from his newspaper. "Can I help you?" "Yeah," I said quietly, pulling up a photo of the camera on my phone. "You had this brought in recently?" "Black Canon DSLR, Model 6D. Can you check?" He squinted. "You the owner?" "Yes." He disappeared into the back. A few minutes later, he returned, holding my camera. My chest tightened. The same scratch near the lens ring from my dad dropping it on our last camping trip. It was unmistakably mine. "Who sold it?" I asked. He flipped through a small receipt book. "Guy named Jordan Ellis. Came in 3 days ago, needed quick cash." The name hit like ice water. I gripped the counter. "How much?" $300. Said it wasn't worth much. I handed over proof of ownership and took my camera back. Relief? Not really. Instead, a heavier, choking sense of betrayal. Mia hadn't just lied. She let her ex pawn something tied to my father's memory. And she hadn't noticed, or worse, she had. That evening, I placed the camera back on its usual shelf and waited. Mia noticed immediately. "Oh, you got it back," she said, too quickly. I nodded slowly. "Yeah, funny thing. Didn't get it from Jordan. Got it from a pawn shop." Her face drained of color. "What do you mean?" I looked straight at her. "It had a tracker, Mia. I know exactly where it went. Jordan pawned it 3 days ago." "Care to explain?" For a moment, she froze, lips trembling, eyes flicking from shelf to me like she was looking for a script. Then excuses spilled out. "It's not what you think," she said, voice sharp and trembling. "Jordan was in a tough spot. He said he needed the money for rent. I didn't realize he'd pawned it. I thought he was just borrowing it." "Stop," I interrupted quietly. "You didn't realize?" You lent him something that wasn't yours and didn't even check when it didn't come back for over a week. Her lip quivered. I just didn't want to upset you. I let out a hollow laugh. You didn't want to upset me, Mia. You didn't even tell me where it was. You blocked me from asking questions, pretending it was about trust. You lied. And now my father's camera was sitting in a pawn shop window. Tears fell, soft at first, then louder, the kind meant to erase responsibility. Ethan, I'm sorry. I just wanted to help him. He said he'd pay me back. I was going to tell you once he did. Once he did. That was it. She wasn't sorry for what she did, just for getting caught. I didn't yell. Didn't throw anything. I walked past her, set the camera on the table. See this? This isn't just a camera. Mia, this is the last thing my father gave me. He told me, don't let this end up in the wrong hands. And you did exactly that. She reached for my arm. I stepped back. I'll make it right, she whispered. I'll call Jordan. I'll fix this. You can't fix trust, I said flatly. You can't buy back what you sold. Her eyes went wide, mascara streaking. You're really ending it over camera? I looked at her, really looked. No, I said softly. I'm ending it over what the camera showed me. She frowned. What do you mean? It showed me who you really are. I grabbed my jacket, left the house, and didn't look back. A week later, I sold the camera online. Not because it wasn't valuable, but because I refused to let it weigh me down, anchor me to her memory. Sometimes the things we lose bring clarity, and clarity, painful as it is worth more than any photograph.